What's up guys, it's Clay here with Verus Engineering, and today we're going to be installing our VB side splitter kit here on our shop car. This kit was designed to flow specifically with the factory side splitter that you see here, and what these side splitters are going to do for you is they're going to reduce the amount of high pressure air that's making its way underneath the vehicle, which is producing lift. So essentially what these side splitters will do for you is reduce lift. So the tools you're going to need for this install is going to be a drill, a paint marker or Sharpie, a 3/8 inch drill bit along with a smaller pilot drill bit if you want, a ratchet along with a 4 and 5 millimeter Allen socket, or you can also use the Allen set here. You will also need a 9/16 wrench for the rivet nut install tool. So the first step of the process here is we are actually going to use the side splitter as a template in itself. As you can see here, there's a little cutout. This is actually cut out specifically to go around the little rear wheel spat right here, so it helps you with placement. And these holes are where you're going to mark each spot with the paint marker. So this does help to have a buddy to hold it up. I've done this a couple times, so we'll see what I can do by myself. All right, so the first step in the process, we got to figure out where we are going to drill to install our rivet nuts. So with the set of jack stands here, I'm going to use those as another set of hands so I can mark my holes. So basically, the first thing you want to do is figure out which is the rear. This little cutout section is for the rear, where this wheel spat is. It kind of just hugs it pretty well. So we're going to just put this guy on the jack stands, put the cutout in the rear. And then we're going to get under here. So you want to make sure that the front and the rear are flush. That looks pretty good where it's at. And depending on where you install these rivet nuts, if you install them too far on the outside, it can extend out. Or if you install them a little bit too far inside, you may not get as much. So you just want to take into account how much space you have here. Roughly, I got about 3 finger widths is what I'm going to go with. So let's go ahead and start marking our holes. Now after you got your starter hole drilled, go ahead and swap to your 3/8 inch drill bit and let's open up all those holes. Now to install your rivet nuts, you'll want to utilize the tool here. As you can see, the serrated side is going to be touching the rivet nut because that's what's going to grab it and pull this. So using your 9/16 wrench, you'll hold back the tool here. And then you can use your socket head or socket tool here, and you're going to tighten. You'll feel initial resistance, and then once it starts installing, you'll kind of feel it get really hard. That's when you're going to want to stop, back it off, pull the bolt out in the install tool, and then go to the next one. So let's go ahead and install our rivet nuts really quickly. All right, so I got this rivet nut installed right here, as you can see. Sorry for the wobbly camera. As you can see, I am kind of on the flat surface here. If you get it too far out here, it's gonna kind of start coming up the edge. But as far inside as possible here, that's where that one is installed. Now we're gonna go install the other 5 really quickly. Now again, second pair of hands is gonna help here too. Definitely helps with marking your spot. So I'm going to let this rest here. I'm going to get 1 bolt started on the rear, and then I'm going to kind of just go along and install one at a time. Go ahead and start them all by hand first, and then once we get all of them seated, we will position the side splitter in the final position and then tighten them down. I'll give you a little bit different angle here. So since these are slotted, these are adjustable. So we want it all the way out, so we're going to keep it out. So I'm going to keep it all the way out. I'm going to go ahead and tighten all these up. And these rivet nuts are M6 as well as the bolts. So tightening torque, I mean, no more than probably 6 to 8 foot-pounds. This material is plastic, so if you start cranking on it, it will indent the plastic pretty well. As you can see, there is the fully installed side splitter, and now you can enjoy some added aesthetics as well as a little bit of lift reduction.